Hello everyone. In this video we're going to talk about semesters and how they're used in Main Street sites. Semesters are one of the basic building blocks of how the service works, so they're an important concept to get started with. Let's take a look at a sample website here. We see a class schedule and we see that there are a couple semesters displayed, a fall and a winter, and customers can switch between them. Here registration is closed for fall, but it's open for winter. So you might wonder, how do I set this up on the back end? Well, let's go take a look. So if I switch to the back end here in Main Street Sites, and I go to Setup and Semesters, I can see a list of the semesters that have been created for this account. There's a spring, summer, fall, and winter, as you might expect. You probably noticed that on the front end, only 2 semesters were showing. And that's because for spring and summer, we've said, oh, those semesters shouldn't show on the website until a certain date. We'll take a look at that as when we drill into the semester itself. We can see a couple other things from this list of semesters that are useful. Each semester has got its own price set, or can have its own price set. In this case, most of the semesters are just using a set of prices called default, but we can see that the summer semester is using its own set of prices. And that's another Main Street Sites feature where you can have different semesters using different price sets. And that's very common if summer's a short semester, or if you're running some short holiday semester, or if your prices are going up next season. You can create a different set of prices and hook that up with a particular semester. And we'll see a couple other things. We get to see what features are enabled for those semesters, whether it's pre-registration, the makeup scheduler, the demo scheduler, etc. here. One other thing that we'll see in looking at this is we can control which semester shows up first on the website for your customers. This is currently set up to show winter first, but it could show fall first or whatever. So that just controls which semester's the first one your customers see when they visit your site. As you add new semesters, you'll probably want to update that. So we'll take a quick look at what adding a semester might look like. So we'll click on Add here, and we'll just type in a name for the semester, test semester. And we'll walk through some of these options. So a semester can have a start date. That's marked as optional here because in most cases it doesn't matter what the start date is for the semester. It's really the classes themselves that will control that. Some features in pricing, like prorating features, can be based off the start date of the semester, and they'll tell you if you need to go back and enter that. For now, we're just going to ignore that. There is an active checkbox on the semester. That's handy after time has passed and you want to get rid of an old semester, kind of take it off the books. You can just set it to not active, and it will not show up in your active list of semesters. Moving down here, we've got things like the calendar. Do I want to show these classes in the calendar? Sure I do. And when I click on that, it'll say, oh, do you care when I start showing that? And in this case, I don't care. I won't put in a date for that, but I could say, oh, not till the first of the year, then I want those classes to show up, whatever the case might be. Next one is going to be the price set. What price set would I like to use for this set of classes? I'm going to look for, let's see, the default set of prices. That should do just fine. I can even say, you know what, there are no prices for these classes at all. That is the case sometimes. If you're offering some special classes, they're just one-time things or open houses or something. You can certainly do that. And that can be done on a per class basis too. That's just another way to do it. Here are those dates for when should the set of classes in the semester show up on the registration and classes page. I can put dates for that. For now, I won't. We've got pre-registration here. I'm going to say do not enable pre-registration. You can learn more about that feature in the pre-registration video, of course. And the same kind of thing applies for our makeup scheduler, demo scheduler, and drop-in scheduler. I'm going to just illustrate that if we did want to turn on the makeup scheduler, I'm going to see some extra options for the makeup scheduler. And they're going to be things like, oh, when should the classes start showing up in the makeup scheduler? And some other fancy options like, do I want to let unused registration seats be used for makeups? And do I want to use marked absences in the makeup scheduler as available spaces? All those things kind of apply, and we'll get into when we talk about the makeup scheduler. From here, I would just save this. Let's see, if I say do not enable, I should be able to save this. Let's see if I did it. And there's my test semester in my list of semesters. And from here, I can go start adding classes to that semester. That's really covered in a different video, but we just take a quick peek. We can go to Manage. We can go to Classes. And we've got our list of semesters in here. And if I went to test semesters, test semester here in the list, I'd expect it to be empty. From here, I can manually add classes, or I can do things like roll in classes from a different semester. And all that will be covered in a different video. But this has been a quick look at how you work with semesters in Main Street Sites. Thanks for watching.